On this video, we're going to be checking out the contents of this box. Let's go. All right, so what we have in front of us is a Boker Kalashnikov, as I'm sure you could tell from the box, but specifically, we have a Boker Kalashnikov XXL in the stonewash finish, D2 steel clip point. So the story behind this knife is, this is actually a gift for a friend of mine. It was a Christmas gift. I originally wanted to get him a different Boker, but they weren't in stock. And eventually I just sat him down and said, here, let's pick one out together. He picks this one. This one, of course, wasn't in stock either. But it finally came back in stock, and it showed up, and here we go. Now, when he picked this thing, I said, are you sure that that is the one that you want? He goes, yeah, why? I said, it's gonna be big. He's like, well, how big? Well, let me show you guys how big. That is my boot. Yeah. So, it's pretty large. I don't have the dimensions sheets in front of me. If you guys want to know that stuff, there's a dozen other videos and 1,000 other reviews. Not to mention, it's all on Blade HQ's website, which is, in my opinion, the only place to be shopping for knives. On other knives, such as, ooh, we'll tease a video here. Ooh. But you guys don't even know who they are. If you do, kudos. Yeah, that's coming up. That's not a very common knife, so I will be taking more time to assemble measurements and stuff. But this knife, this is a known knife. I just wanted to get it out, show it to y'all, and discuss my thoughts on it, really. And my thoughts are this. I'm really glad that I had the opportunity to look at this before I gave it to my friend. I would not buy one for myself. Not because I think it's a bad knife. I don't. I think it's a pretty good knife, actually. Quality steel, D2 is very good. Aluminum handles. Nice pocket clip. The action is pretty good. I mean, for how much steel this thing's lobbing out, the action is on point. So, why wouldn't I carry it? It's massive. It's so massive that it's actually too big for me. I would prefer a smaller knife. I've shown it in video before, but this is my EDC for the last 6 years. I'll be doing a full comprehensive review on this knife later on. But yeah, that's been my EDC for the last 6 years, and it is absolutely dwarfing it. So, that's why I wouldn't carry it. Doesn't mean you shouldn't. If you're a bigger person, this might be just the right size. Now, if you are a bigger person, you probably have bigger thumbs. And I'll tell you what, this is a large knife that has still got the thumb button of a small knife. It is, I have to push it down in there. So it's probably never coming undone in your pocket, which is a good thing. But it's, here, I'll show you. It's not one of those things you can just press like that. You gotta really get down in there. So if you do have large thumbs, I would advise you that's something to consider before purchasing this, is it is going to be difficult for you to actuate that button. Now, Other than that, there's not really a whole lot to say about this knife. It's large, well finished, and my friend is going to absolutely love it, I think. This is going to be his first real, somewhat high quality knife. And I say somewhat high quality, you know, because this is a Boker. This is a budget friendly knife. D2 is the new AUS 8, in my opinion. Everyone's using it. It doesn't really add that much price to the knife over the base cheap steels that they use. Not to mention they don't actually make this in one of the cheap base steel models. I don't believe. I would have to check on that, but so don't take my word for it, but I'm pretty sure that they only make this model in D2. But yeah, I wouldn't carry it. Somebody probably will. Somebody probably should. And I know someone specifically who will. The only thing that's been done to this knife is because I am giving it to a friend of mine. I put an edge on it because I wasn't happy with the factory edge, so I sharpened it. And then I loosened and lubed the pivot to give it that extra crispy, extra smooth deployment. So anyways, that is my very brief unboxing tabletop review of the Boker Kalashnikov. I've always wanted to get my hands on one of these. I'm glad I did, and I will probably never do it again because it's just too dang big. Now, a smaller one I would carry and probably absolutely abuse the hell out of it, but that's what these knives are for. It's also why I picked this for him. He does a kind of job where he needs to be able to abuse the knife and not feel too bad about it, but there you go. That is the Boker Kalashnikov XXL automatic knife. And this is its lovely box. Remember, never let knives die. Thanks for watching, guys.